I'll explain what a BBL is after this, but first watch this video about one of the most fascinating components of human nature that has existed since the dawn of time and will continue to exist till the end of time.
Do you think men prefer a natural body or a BBL?
BBL.
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 BBL. BBL.
BBL.
BBL.
BBL. BBL.
Do you prefer natural bodies or BBL bodies?
Natural.
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 Yeah, so if you don't know what a BBL is, it is a Brazilian butt lift. In other words, a fake booty, for lack of a better term, which is fascinating to me because so many women get it, that the big lips thing, the filler all over the place, and yuck. And I genuinely think that women think that men want that, but so often men want the exact opposite of women think they want. And vice versa, it goes for the opposite direction too, but we'll talk about that maybe another time. Men think that women want things that women don't actually want. And then there's the whole idea of what do women actually want? What do men actually want? But we'll, again, so many different topics. But at the end of the day, human nature has not changed. Men and women, and maybe this is part of the whole reproductive process in understanding the opposite sex that you're going to procreate with. The more you understand them and the better you understand them, the more likely you are to be successful in the reproduction process and raising the kids that you produce. But that doesn't change the fact that at least initially, the innate inclination of people is to think that the opposite sex or the partner that they want wants this. And when reality is they really want that. Zoosk, which is a dating website, decided to list a couple of these things, and I wanted to grade them based on how accurate I think they are. There's like 4 of these things, and I think they're all pretty accurate right out the gate. They asked what women think men want is skinny, what men actually want is healthy. I could say absolutely to that. Now, you can have some gradations on what healthy is, and I don't think anybody would argue with that, but at the end of the day, pencil-thin, emaciated Victoria's Secret model type body is not what most men want. And if that is what women are striving for, in the same case of this whole BBL thing, the Brazilian butt lift thing, I think people are going to be I think women are in for a rude awakening because in reality, that's not what men want necessarily. Zeus also said what women think they want, or what women think men want. Someone who fits their idea of a perfect woman. No, because that doesn't exist. And believe me, if it did exist, chances are you're not going to find them. What men actually want is for you to be yourself. Yes. Which is exactly what I think people need to learn, especially in the dating scope. If you're dating somebody or if you're on the dating scene, don't try to be what you think they want you to be. Because at the end of the day, even if you fool them long enough, and I'm talking to women and men here, if you fool them long enough, there will come a time where you can't keep up the act anymore. And then, what happens? Well, your relationship ultimately falters and crumbles because you've built up this expectation that the other person thinks they know who you are, when in reality, you've just been acting like the person that you think that they want, which is, in effect, a lie. And it will all go spiraling downhill. So, no, you don't need to. Both men and women need to fit the idea of their perfect significant other. Just be yourself. And if it doesn't work out, that's fine. Maybe it wasn't meant to work out. They go on. What women think men want. Someone who looks immaculate all the time. What men actually want. Somebody who's having fun. This is best evidenced by the reels that you see on Instagram where you have like the wives who are, and my wife falls into this category, like what I think my husband wants. They're all dolled up in nice dress and heels and makeup and all the stuff. And in reality, you don't. There's very little standard of looks when it comes to dolled up or not in a relationship, especially in a marriage. Without getting graphic, I can tell you firsthand that my wife can be in basketball shorts and a t-shirt, and I have the same amount of drive to engage in marital relations than if she were gussied up like we're gonna go to a benefit fundraiser thing. There's no difference in those two things in my mind, and that pretty much goes for every man everywhere. I hate to break it to you. Last one, what women think men want: to hang out with their friends all the time. What they actually want, both of you, to have independence. Maybe. I feel like this particular website would probably define independence more different than I would. But I think on a philosophical standpoint, you both want to be two independent people who then can come together and form a powerful couple. And not to use the term power couple, but that's effectively what it is. Two people who are okay in and of themselves are going to make a better couple than two people that are dependent on one another. And I realize I'm going off course here because this says they want to hang out with their friends all the time. But nevertheless, the point still remains valid. Two people that need each other and lean on each other constantly are going to have a more difficult time figuring things out than two people who are good on their own and therefore only better themselves when they're together. That's not to say that the people that are independent on their own don't need each other, because I would be the first one to tell you that yes, I need my wife for so many things, emotionally, physically. But at the end of the day, again, this is not what they were saying, but the better you are as an independent individual, the better you're going to be when you find somebody who is also good as an individual, and you can grow together and do life together